YouTube? How are you? Seems like this is the daily ritual. How are you guys doing today? It's Monday, September 12th, 2016. The day after September 11th. Some of you watched my video post yesterday, which was pretty good. I was just, making a tribute to the servicemen and women. And things like that. But, a day will go down is a historical day, for sure. A lot of things in this world changed because of that day. A lot of, I wouldn't necessarily call them better. I think that some of things might have even changed for the worse, to be honest. But I've been harping on this for the last, month or so. Be part of the solution, not the problem. And, I don't really know how to be a part of the solution when it comes to war, because there's not really the only solution to war is peace. And I don't know how to be, I'm just trying to be myself to be a part of the solution, but I don't know how you can come to a peaceful resolve when everybody doesn't like each other. I don't know. I guess you can agree to disagree. But anyways, nonetheless, let's get to some action this weekend. Let's talk about sports. I know that's what a lot of people are probably anxious for me to talk about. So let's just talk about what happened in sports this weekend. I ordered up Sling TV, and I got to watch 2 games of football, because that's about how much time I really have to watch. On Saturday morning, I got to watch the Pitt versus Penn State game, and that was a pretty good game. It was pretty evenly matched, going back and forth, and overall I think Pitt won by like a touchdown. So that was a pretty close game, which is nice to see, evenly matched teams. Plus it was a rivalry, so I didn't really know that, but I don't really watch that conference of football very often. I usually watch Pac-12, which Pac-12 dominated this weekend, just like decimated. Like, I was watching the highlights from all the Pac-12 games, and they were just phenomenal. Utah won, UW won, U of A won. I was watching it at halftime. It seemed like they were going to lose at halftime to Grambling State. And I even watched a halftime show on Facebook. It was pretty sick. Grambling State did a really good job with their marching band. Let's go, don't stop. And so they did really well. But U of A came out on top. I don't know how the Beavers did, so I can't really report on that. But I can tell you that I got to watch probably about half of the Oregon-Virginia game. And, man, Oregon just poured it on big time. Like, they were stirring it up. That quarterback, Prukup, and he was just, like, dancing around in the pocket. I think he don't quote me on the official number, but I know he threw for like 330-something yards. And, man, I think Oregon came out with like a 50-plus point win, which is, classic Duck fashion. They, the new coach, not the new coach, he's been in it for 3 years now, but I can't remember his name. He took over for Chip Kelly. Man, he's just up on the tempo, just boom, 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 which is nice, because what that does is it wears down defenses, and that's how the Ducks always, come away with wins is because they just chip away at the defense and just score quickly. And man, Royce Freeman was doing really well, and it was just good to see the Ducks come away with a win. I wish I could have watched the whole game, but my internet where we live is just sucky, so I can't really stream. And so I was having issues with that on Saturday night. I couldn't really stream the game, and it was really bugging me. So I was following it on Facebook and the internet, ESPN and stuff, so I gotta follow a lot of football. But I wish I could have watched a little more. As far as NFL goes on Sunday, I didn't watch any. I mean, Sling TV, all you get for sports is ESPN, and they had World Poker Tour on there. That was it. Or baseball. I'm not really into baseball, so I'd rather sit at a baseball game and watch it than watch it on television. So I didn't get to watch any NFL football, but I do know that the Patriots beat the Cardinals. I'd rather see the Cardinals win, but Patriots won by 2, 25-23. And I know there's some people out there that are pretty happy, but sorry to see the Cardinals lose. I guess there's talk that Larry Fitzgerald's last year is this year. I don't really know too much about that, so I can't really talk about it. I know Brady's still out for another 3 games because last night was the season opener. I really don't know who stood or sat down during the halftime, the national anthem, but I do know that the Seattle Seahawks, whatever they did it in unity. I'm assuming they stood because I didn't hear about it all over Facebook. Seahawks won the game. I wish I could have seen the score and know a little bit more about that, but I know Seahawks won. I heard the Raiders won in like a clutch victory. But I think out of all the sports this weekend that I wish I could have watched the game, I wish I could have watched the Oklahoma State Central Michigan game. That was a close game from what I hear, the whole game. And if you know anything about Central Michigan, it's a small college. I don't even know where it is, but my wife's from Michigan. Her sister went to Central Michigan, and so I know about the school, but supposedly their team has always been nothing. Well, as far as I know, Oklahoma State is a pretty good team. I think they were ranked number 25 or 22 in this week of play. And they played little old Central Michigan, and Central Michigan threw an 80-yard Hail Mary pass with the last 5 seconds of the game, and the receiver catches the ball with 3 defenders on him, backwards laterals the ball to his teammate, who then runs across the field and scores for the 2-point win over Oklahoma State. I watched the play. It is sick. You have to see this play. If it wasn't on ESPN's top 10 plays, then ESPN is the biggest sporting joke in the world, because just for them to come out of that like that and win, oh my gosh, it was an amazing play. I did see a sweet reverse from Arizona State as well. Arizona State just dominated. Was it Arizona State? I can't remember. I think it was Arizona State, but they did a sweet reverse, and man, it was just sick to see that play. I think the best thing I like about football is watching teams do things that are different from the norm. For a long time in football, like in the early days of football, for the longest time, it was just running, and not very much passing. And while running's important and stuff, but it's nice to see a lot of teams in college especially do variety. You don't really see a lot of teams go away from that in the NFL because I don't know, maybe it just seems like this to me, but it seems like NFL's a little bit scripted. I don't know, it just seems like that to me. There's a bunch of stops and starts and just all over the place. So, but anyways, it was a good week in sports. I might be doing some more updates like this as we get going. As sports carries on a little bit, especially in the basketball, I'll be talking more about my Blazers. Don't be hating because they stopped a lot of people last year. But I'll be talking more about sports probably on a weekly basis. So hopefully you guys have a great day, and we'll talk later. All right? Peace.